There is no question that auto-enrollment has been a success. The numbers out this morning suggest that 10 million people are now enrolled in a pension scheme under the auto-enrollment initiative, and that is a really impressive number. Not going to say that that's 10 million people who wouldn't otherwise have been in a pension, because that's not strictly accurate, but nonetheless it has been the most successful project around pension scheme provision in this country for a very, very long time. The population group that of course have been completely left out of this process is the self-employed, who currently number in their millions. I think there are 5.5 million small businesses currently registered in the UK, so you can assume that there are at least 6.5 million people who are self-employed of one description or another, and of course they aren't covered by auto-enrollment. By definition they can't be covered by auto-enrollment because they don't have an employer through which to collect their pension contributions. It's a huge problem. The numbers of self-employeds saving meaningfully into any type of long-term savings arrangement, let's call it a pension, but there are other vehicles, has collapsed, absolutely collapsed from 60 or 70% 10, 15 years ago to less than 30% now. That is millions of people who are going to hit retirement age with little or nothing behind them, and the effect on both their prospects for a comfortable lifestyle in retirement and therefore the economy is frightening. I think we need to get radical on this, and I think we could design a pension for the 21st century. And I think there are some actually relatively easy things that we can do to make that happen. I think we could hugely increase the flexibility in terms of both putting money in and when you can take money out, and there are some very good models in that respect. The USA has a system called 401k where business owners have been able to interact financially with their pensions both in and out for years and years and years, and their savings ratio is far higher than ours amongst the self-employed. So allowing access to pension pots under certain circumstances makes a great deal of sense. We have indeed submitted our thoughts to government in terms of allowing pensions to become a vehicle by which you could accumulate, for instance, a deposit on a property. So these are all things that could be done to increase engagement. One of the reasons why auto-enrollment has been such a runaway success has been inertia, actually. The fact that people are automatically enrolled, that money is deducted from them, and they have to proactively go about jumping through some hoops to stop that happening. Hey presto, virtually everyone goes along with it because it's the line of least resistance. Well, if we accept that that's the case in the world of employed people, then we have to create something similar in the world of self-employed. And there is only one agency, one organisation across the country that interacts with every single self-employed person, and that's HMRC. So HMRC might at this stage appear to be a reluctant collector of pension contributions, and would argue, I suspect, that it is not in their remit to go around collecting private pension contributions from individuals and then remitting them to pension businesses. I'm going to say there's a little bit of barefaced cheek in that one. Under HMRC's own rules, under the PAYE scheme, every single employer in this country has become an unpaid tax collector on behalf of HMRC. Every pensions administration company that has customers taking pension income is an unpaid tax collector for HMRC. And under auto-enrollment rules, every single employer in this country is collecting pension contributions from their staff and remitting them to pensions administrating companies. For HMRC to say it isn't willing to fulfill the same role is, let's be honest, a touch disingenuous.